snow's starting to melt. Ground's getting saturated with water. We're out here at this Singletrack, and I'm gonna do a couple laps in the mud with these studs on. See how well we hook up in the mud with studs. I installed these studs about 2 weeks ago, and I've been riding in the snow and ice since then. In New England, you know, you get a day of 50 degrees out of nowhere, so all the snow melted, and here I am riding with my studs in the mud. Still early into the ride, but these studs aren't hindering my bike's handling, so that's good. And I do feel like the tires grip logs and roots better. I'm either just riding better or the studs have increased traction. As you see there, I go over that tree, which is at an angle and very slippery, and I actually usually do not hit that during the summer months. I got this GoPro camera angle pretty dialed in. I have a GoPro chin mount being shipped to my house right now, and as soon as that comes in, I'm going to be doing a video comparing the chest mount and the chin mount. I want you to pay attention right here. Not sure if you could catch that, but there was a weird sound coming from my front brake, and I honestly have no idea what that is. I suspect that it's rocks or mud stuck in the brakes. Leave a comment down below if you've ever run into that same sound. We're now hopping into this swamp section. I know that wasn't the best run through that mud section, but that section is very deep and it's hard to see how deep it is on camera. Not a lot of people like riding mud, but I will say that I do. It's also good practice for these Nitro races that I've been doing, since every race has a couple mud bugs. Right here, with the confidence from last lap, I go for that log crossing again, and I actually hit the more extreme side, which is lifted off of the ground probably a foot. So that just goes to show how confidence inspiring these studs in the mud were for me. If you're still watching the video, I hope you're enjoying it so far, and if you are, go drop a like down below. So if you can't tell, I was definitely very pleased with how the studs held up in the mud. The only place where I could see them being a downfall was on rocky and gravelly conditions. did also notice a big difference with how these studs were tearing up the ground. Coming around for the second lap, there were already lines being formed. Part of this is because of the wet soil, but another part of it is because of the studs. Going through this mud section for the second lap. Let's see how we do. Pretty decent second run through the mud. Watching this video back got me thinking, isn't it pretty funny that I power wash and scrub my dirt bike just to take it through a legit mud hole like that? Just something pretty interesting. Lines out here on this track are burning in pretty well so far. It's getting me pretty hyped up to get back out racing. Video is just about coming to an end now. I'm going to conclude it with saying that these studs work perfectly in the mud. I see no real flaws. If I were riding more rocky conditions, I probably would take the studs off because the studs and the rocks do not grip well together. But out here in the soil and in the roots, the studs hook up perfectly, and I would definitely recommend trying them out.